Well, hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Live from My Drum Room and a special episode of Track Talk. I'm excited to welcome back legendary drummer, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee, and returning champion, my old friend Aynsley Dunbar. Aynsley was a guest on episode 73 of Live from My Drum Room on February 12th, 2022. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to check it out in the archives, and I'll put a link in the show notes as well. But Aynsley's body of work is immense. It's easier to list the bands and artists he hasn't played with than the ones he has. Today, we'll play some of the iconic tracks Aynsley's recorded over his long and prolific career, and we're going to barely scratch the surface. So we may not get to your favorite song, but we'll play some great ones. I promise you that. So with that in mind, please welcome my dear friend, the legendary Aynsley Dunbar. Aynsley, welcome.
Hi, John.
It's great to see you.
You too.
Yeah, we'll always be side by side, you and me. Always.
Well, I won't know if my hair's in place or not.
Your hair looks great. It always looks great.
Well, I suppose I should say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to whoever watching and wherever they are.
Well, thank you. They're watching from all over the world, and everybody's very excited to see you. In fact, my old friend, you might know Bob Sidlowski. Bob used to work for Sonar Drums many years ago, worked for Modern Drummer magazine. He's watching, and he said, I want to hear Zappa stories. So maybe we'll get to that in a minute, but sort of chronologically, I thought we'd talk a little bit about You've played in, with so many artists, so many bands, but your own band, the Aynsley Dunbar Retaliation, and maybe talk about how that came to form.
I left Mail. We're out of Mail. I got fired because I think I was upstaging Peter Green. So they fired me, John did, and and I'm going, what should I do? So I think at that point, it became apparent that might as well start a band. So somewhere there, I met somebody who helped me put the band together. And that's one thing which is really sort of amazes me, because that's just gone over my head. But, like I don't even remember that part of my life. It's so far.
Yeah. I know anyway, it's a long ways back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a couple of years. But anyway, yeah, it's when I had a brain. But
well, you know what, Aynsley, why don't we jump in? Why don't I play something from the album Dr. Dunbar's Prescription? Now, I'll tell you, I got to be honest. I had heard of Aynsley Dunbar Retaliation, but I'd never actually listened to the music. And this music's great. And I really dug this song, so I thought I'd play Change Your Lowdown Ways.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, we can change our low-down ways.
And I know there's a lot of people watching that are probably very familiar with this. So it's hopefully it's going to resonate with some folks, and then we'll just sort of move on through the years, because you've played with so many people. As I was introducing you, I said it really is easier to name who you haven't played with than the people you have played with. It's incredible. And
well, thanks, Joe.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's I so good to remember see who I haven't played with. So
no, I'm just looking at you right now, man, and it's just so good to see you. I so thank you for being here with me today. Thank you.
You're welcome, Joe. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Okay, well, let's play Change Your Lowdown Ways.
Okay.
Bugging me in every way. You've been lying in a cheat, bugging me in every way. I'm giving you one chance now. You better change your lowdown way. Loud mouthing behind my back, you can tell it to my face. Behind my back, now you can tell it to my face. Let me hear the truth before I make make you change your low down way. What I want to be to you. Desperate, mean, and evil is what I want to be to you. Now that's my retaliation against the low-down things you do. You're low-down good. Just mean and evil. You're low-down.
Man, what a tune. What a tempo. God. I'm sweating just listening to it. Oh, man. What a great tune. And how many records did you do, Aynsley, under Retaliation? Do you remember?
Well, we did 3, but they brought a 4th out when I left England to join Zappa. So the manager was sort of bending the rules because he didn't tell me we had 4 albums under contract with Blue Thumb. So I left thinking we were done because the guy didn't communicate very much, but he liked to take money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know the type. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, typical of, sorry to say, a few English managers, but.
Yeah. So that led to playing with Frank, and that's perfect because that's where I was going to go next. And just, we talked about that 3 years ago. I had you on my podcast, and we really did a quick sort of, through all the years, all the bands you played with. But maybe we could talk a little bit about Frank and how you came to play with him.
Well, that's sort of one of those things. I was doing a big record. We were playing at BYG Records, a get-together in Brussels, I think it was. And we're on stage. I was on stage, and the commentator was a person that had me do movies, interlude drum solos for French TV. So I'd come over to France, do a drum solo, they'd arrange, and then that would be used on French TV. This guy was there in Brussels. So he walked over to me, and while I was playing, he crept over and just said, "Hey, Frank Zappa's here. Would you, he would like to sit in." So I went, "Well, that's fine." And he said, "But he doesn't have his guitar. Would John be able to loan his guitar?" So I asked John Morsehead, and John said, "Yeah, sure." So we played 3 songs. We played a shuffle, a straight, a 1 and 3/4. And Frank took me back to my car, which was sitting in the pouring rain, and we chatted about America and what it could do for me. And
wow,
so I thought, yeah, but just put this band Blue Whale together, and I'm not sure that I want to, be leaving that. A sort of conscience struck. Didn't want to leave the band members, with nothing.
Yeah, sure.
But so in the end, he goes, "Well, I'll talk to you." So I didn't think anything of it. So I got this tremendous feeling that I should go down to the Speakeasy in London, in Soho, this nightclub that everybody went to. And I walked in the door, and the girl behind the desk goes, "Oh, Frank's waiting for you in the cafe." I went, "What? Okay." So I went in the restaurant and he was sitting at a table and he sat down, brought me a meal, and we chatted, and that's when he offered me the job.
Wow.
Uh, that's also what brought the moments of, you know, should I or shouldn't I
Hmm.
with the band. So it took me about a month, and then I said, okay. So I sort of emigrated. Basically, I just took off from England and lived with him for about 10 months when we were playing all over the place, and it was one of those things where it all turned out to be great.
Yeah.
Now,
So
one of the things I really feel bad about is, I sort of got lazy after running a band for 3 years or more. I just the pressure of running the band was, getting to me because we were working 6 days a week, and I was
yeah.
married at that point. And the sixth, seventh day, we always had to do something. So I drove the car through for the band.
Oh
So
boy.
that
Yeah.
we had a truck and a van and a car. So I wouldn't let anybody else drive because I didn't trust anybody not knowing when they were getting tired and running off the road and killing us all. So
Yeah.
I took that as part of my deal. But anyway,
Wow.
you know, that's basically what happened. And Frank just sort of waited for me to answer. And then we booked my travel and off to LA I went and never looked back, basically.
Yeah, you never did. And it's I mean, do you think of that as basically that when Frank sat in with the band that he was basically auditioning you? I mean, really he was like a sneaky guy that way where he made it sound like, "Hey, I'd love to sit in," but really what he was doing was seeing how you played a shuffle and seeing how you played.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yes. But I think the French guy, the guy that hired me to do various work with the French TV,
Mhm.
he was the guy that most likely put the word in for Zappa to watch. And that's, I don't think Zappa came with that well, I don't know. He could have done, but I
Yeah.
didn't actually inquire that far. But I thought it was really interesting that he sits in the car and tells me, "Oh, you can make tons of money, doing sessions in LA." And I'm going, "Yeah, that's I don't know. It's sort of like just coming to LA and doing sessions doesn't seem logical for somebody who's leaving England." You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Oh yeah, you might have a session here, you might have a session there. Okay, but
Yeah.
he actually, that's when he invited me to join the band.
Yeah.
So that made a big
He
difference. At least had somewhere to start.
and he was persuasive, right? I mean, he kind of like if he wanted you in the band, he was gonna persuade you as best he could to
Yeah,
entice
well,
you. Yeah.
I haven't really heard much of Frank's music, but when he spoke to me in the car, I went home and I bought some albums and started listening to his music. And
Hmm.
I really liked it because it was so different. It wasn't following blues, it wasn't following rock. It was just its own music. So that made a big difference for me. It was
Yeah.
like how to do it. Okay, play a song.
Yeah.
What song have you got lined up?
Yeah, man. And so back then too, was he giving you? I know he's famous for writing charts for everybody, but he would write charts for the drummers to play certain things. And was that the case with you? Did he write a lot of stuff for you to?
No, only
No.
Waka Jawaka and Grand Wazoo. That was the only time. The rest of the time it was freelancing.
Wow. Yeah. And you read well enough so that if he did write something, if he did give you a chart, you could get through it. Obviously. Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of Zappa, and I know you told this story last time, but maybe you could quickly. I'm fascinated by the fact that you were there and the famous fire in Montreux in 1971. Is that
Yep.
when? Yeah, and that was so you'd only been with Frank about a year at that point,
Yes, yeah.
roughly. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, let's play. I know. It's like it stops me when we talked about that last time. It just floored me. I was going to play Dog Breath live from just another Dog Breath. Yeah, it's from the Just Another Band from LA live record.
Oh, okay.
But there's also, I could play something from the Grand Wazoo if you'd rather I play that, something that you recorded.
No, do this one.
But I thought it's a great live version of this song. Let me come back to it. And it's from, live in LA, which I think might have been 71, 72, it says 72, close enough. This is Aynsley with Frank Zappa and the Mothers, Dog Breath. Man. Do you remember it? You probably don't. It was so long ago. I don't imagine you remember much about that, but.
No, I didn't even remember the song. So.
But that's you playing. I mean, that's.
Yes, yeah. Live at the film. What is it? Live at the Fillmore?
Where was that? That might have Just Another Band from LA live.
No, it's at Poly Pavilion, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right about
because we were there with the LA Philharmonic, if I believe.
I know you did a bunch. There's several live records that you're on with Frank, and that. Yep. So I know it's hard to keep track. And so you were playing the sort of typical bigger drum set, right? Multi-tom, kit with Frank.
Yeah. I think most of the time it was just basic with what was it? One tom? I don't think I played most.
Okay.
You know, the most drums I've used, well, with Journey and that, sometimes it depended
Journey,
on the drums. Yeah. Sometimes I'd use the 3 toms or whatever in front. But most of the time, at the most, it was like 4 toms, 2 Rackham and 2 floor.
Yeah.
But with Frank, I just remember having 1 rack and one floor.
And all single bass drum in those days? No,
Yes,
not double bass drums. Yeah.
Not till Journey that I've used double bass drum at Neil Sean's request.
Okay, well, we'll get to that too. And I think you told me that once before that you hadn't. It was just that's when you started playing double bass drums. Was basically Neil wanted 2 bass drums, so you just like that started
downbeats. Because with the single bass drum, I was only kicking the 16th E and R, and that way it would make it sound like 4. Into the hearing, you would hear like 16th notes, but I was playing for E and R's. Well, it's quite interesting what your hearing will do, because it makes you think when you listen back, oh yeah, he's playing double kick. No, it was single. Just playing notes that you would stand out if you were playing 16th.
Right.
I'm sure everybody does that nowadays. But anyway.
No, and there are a couple of songs we'll get to where I always assumed you were playing 2 bass drums, but we talked about this once before, and you once I started really listening, I realized you are playing 1 bass drum, but really incredibly technically well with just 1 bass drum. Yeah.
It even confuses me. Did you find Waka Jawaka? Yeah, but it's just the ending of that song. It's like whole lead out. That's the thing. There's a little bit of a drum solo, then it goes into a lead out, and it was very interesting.
Okay, let's play it. Okay, great. Here comes Waka Jawaka, Frank Zappa, 1972. Aynsley on drums. And I'm going to just bring it into about... Great drum solo, Aynsley. Wow. Thank you for
Just a
pointing me in that
weird one.
direction.
Well, the thing about it, I just wanted to get to that ending because, you know, in that was the analog situation, not digital. So you couldn't cut and paste. So Frank took what it was a drums rolling out at the end that he incorporated and then had Sal, the trumpet player, go in and play riffs on top of it. And then Sal went in and did harmonies. I don't know how many he did, but he went up. I'm looking at him like, what the hell? You're going to go and harmonize to what you just played? So he'd sit there and he'd write out the part, and then he'd play the harmony trumpet part to it all the way through.
Wow.
And I'm going, wow, it's just unbelievable. But there was times that, you know, if it was today, somebody would go in there and grab like, okay, we got 8 bars of this. Let's cut and paste it all the way through. So we become just like bum 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 bum.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'd miss a whole nuance, which is in between that. There's triplets played with a double kick. Well, a single kick, sorry, but it's playing double notes. So it'd go the 16th. Then I would feel the triplet and play the center 2 beats, second and third of a triplet. And then Sal played his part to match that, which, you know, that was a thing. Frank worked really hard on getting his music organized. And, you know, nowadays you have Pro Tools. So you go in there and you go, okay, we'll double that. And then we'll just pitch it up and then pitch it up. And then we've got all the trumpets playing. And it's not to do with the skill of the artist. It's to do with the skill of the engineer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Do you think if Frank was still here and making music, do you think he would just not even use that technology? You think he would remain pure the way he was and want to just have everybody play the parts the way he'd written them or the way they're supposed to be played?
Well, you know, that was the thing. He always told me, don't talk for me. So I won't talk for him, but I've got a feeling that even if he used Pro Tools, he would use it the way he would use analog. You know, he wouldn't use it to cut and paste. He would use it so that he could put different layers on and have people play the same thing, because it was all about the musician. It wasn't about, you know, the product being exact. It was about how it felt to him. And how it sounded.
I understand that, Aynsley. And I do know, you know, later, some of the drummers that came later, like Chad Wackerman, for example, you know, Frank really embraced the electronic technology. Like Chad was playing Simmons drums. I think through Frank wanting to incorporate a lot of that stuff into the music. So he was certainly, like you say, he was certainly a forward-thinking guy, but you know, wanted to have wanted the music performed and not then
he got to be with Waka Jawaka and Graham Wazoo. That was after he'd been pushed off stage. So he was basically in a wheelchair for 10 months. And we played those albums at a studio. And it was just very weird for him. He changed his whole structure of being like open to everything flowing to him being the complete producer. So he had to have everything written out and everything had to be played the way he wanted it played.
Okay.
That was really, you know, very interesting, especially from somebody who liked to ad lib like me. So he would have certain parts, like the heads and the tails, all written out, but the centerpiece playing behind the musicians was still free.
I see. Yep. And that was kind of when that started to happen, which later became really kind of his trademark, right? Really just,
Yeah. He started writing his classical music and everything from there.
On that particular track we just played, do you have any recollection of how many takes it took for everybody to get through it? Was it Was it pretty quick with the caliber of musicians that were playing that you guys could do it in a couple of takes?
Actually, most of the time it was one take for these things.
No kidding. Wow. That blows my mind. I'm not surprised because of the level of musicianship that was, there, but it's still, I mean, the music was so deep and so complex.
It's most likely as complex as we could make it, But also the fact is, with him not playing, we weren't playing really. So it was great to get in the studio and do something.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
But
thanks
anyway,
for.
what else have you got?
Yeah. Okay. I've got more. One last question though, as we sort of move a little bit forward. At that point, were you still playing the Heyman kit? Were you still playing Heyman drums at early 70s? Or had you gone to Ludwig at that point?
I think I'd moved to Ludwig, and I think Waka Jawaka I was playing with an 18-inch bass drum.
No kidding. Okay.
It was a
Yeah.
little jazz setup, 14 by 14 tom, 12 by 8, or 8 by 12, whatever they call it. We call it 12 by 8 over right tom.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure I think I might have been using a jazzier snare, thinner.
They sounded tuned for jazz. But I wouldn't have thought they were, the actual jazz sizes, as you say, but yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was surprised. The kick drum just sounds the same as it, no matter how big the kick drum is, it still sounds like a kick drum. Well, no, going the opposite way, how small it is too.
Yeah.
It sounds, depending on the engineer.
Right. Of course. Yeah. And you were probably playing the drums. They were pretty open as far as the muffling and the tuning.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Your sound to me always sounded just organic, open, full, natural sounding. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that comes from how you play. And the cymbals were probably still Pisces at that point, maybe like 602s and.
Let me see. I did that was 1971, right? Yeah, I think they were. Yeah. And they, believe it or not, it was at that concert, Fire on the Water concert,
Yeah.
Monterey, that I had my first Pisces crash cymbals and everything. And I basically sliced through two of them at that point.
Well, it can happen.
It did. Yeah. But, I was going for the sound and not the durability.
Yeah.
But, they all disappeared in the fire. The only thing left was the LP cowbell.
Amazing. Yeah. But those old 602s were thinner, beautiful sounding cymbals, but they did crack. Yeah. And with all due respect. Yeah.
We won't talk too much about that because they are great sounding cymbals.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they are. Well,
I'm a Zildjian, but
let's move on. I wanted to play a couple of songs by David Bowie because I believe that's after Frank you started playing with David Bowie for some time.
6
recorded
months.
with him. 6. Okay. And in that time you did 2 records with him, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. How prolific and how much was happening at that time. This is from Pinups. This is Friday on My Mind. And I just want all the drummers at home listening to this. I'm sure you've heard this song, but really listen to the drum part that Aynsley came up with. I've always loved what you played on this, Aynsley, and I've been listening to it more recently. And there's a fill that you play. The song's 2 minutes 50, so it's about 2 minutes into it. I guess it's just before that last verse, and you play this really. The only way I can explain it is upside down drum fill that you've played a lot of in different songs, like really tricky, cool, not for the squeamish drummer to try to replicate kind of fill. So do you know the one I'm referring? I'll give a.
I was just lucky, John.
It's just beginner's luck. Yeah, exactly. All right. I'm going to play Friday on My Mind. Everybody dig this song. It's such a great song. And I'll give a heads up when we get to that part I'm talking about. Here we go. Aynsley Dunbar, David Bowie.
Monday morning feels so bad. Everybody seems to like me. Coming Tuesday, I feel better. Even my old man looks good. Wednesday just don't go. Thursday goes too slow. I've got Friday on my mind. Gonna have fun in the city. Be with my girl, she's so pretty. She looks fine tonight. She's out of sight to me. Drag once more. There was nothing else that bugs me more than working for the rich man. Hey, I changed that scene one day. Today I might be mad. Tomorrow I'll be glad. 'Cause I'll have Friday on my mind. Gonna have fun in the city. Be with my girl, she's so pretty. She looks fine tonight. She's out of sight to me.
Coming up here. Here it comes right here. This right here. Oh, you know, and not to be overlooked is the groove that you play in that song, Aynsley. It's such a great feeling song, like all these other songs, but those cool little fills just complement and just an overall great feeling drum track. So bravo, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, great. Well, let's jump. I'm gonna keep going. We're gonna play this song that I think everybody knows. Big David Bowie hit. I'll just play a little bit of this. And I was going to just comment, I've played this song in bands before, and you're going to think I'm crazy, Aynsley, but I either looked it up or I clocked it, and it's a 126 BPM. The song I'm talking about is Rebel Rebel from the Diamond Dogs record. And so it's like a mid-tempo, medium-tempo kind of tune, and you're playing double time, as you know. And this song, every time I sit down to play this, and this tells you about how I play, I rush it. I want to play it faster than you're playing it. And all I can say is it gives me anyway, this almost fake out of it being faster than it really is. And I think it's just your feel on this. It drives the song at a medium tempo, but it feels faster than it really is. And I think that's just the way you're driving the tune. Does that make sense at all? No.
Well, yeah, it's mostly because I'm leaning the beat.
Yeah.
Lean on top of the beat, makes it feel like it's flowing faster.
It does. And it's, I'll sit down and play it, and I'll find myself just being too ahead of it, and it's anyway. Doesn't say much for my timekeeping. Yeah, here we go. Rebel Rebel. David Bowie. really driving.
Hey babe, your hair's alright. Hey babe, let's go out tonight. You like me and I like it all. We like dancing and we look divine. You love bands when they play it hard. You want more and you want it more. Put you down, say I'm wrong. Attack it then, put them on. Rebel, rebel, put on your dress. Rebel, rebel, your face is a mess. Rebel, rebel, how could they know? Hot tramp, I love you so.
Such a classic song, and again, just a great example of just your restraint and just playing, just a simple groove, letting the melody and letting David's vocal be, the sort of star of the show. But just a great drum track, great supporting drum track.
Well, thanks, John.
Yeah. I just think it's great. Sorry, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say it's just one of those things. You feel things.
Yeah.
And some things you can play a million notes over, and some things you just can't.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just basically a straightforward track, and we realized that when he started playing it, it didn't sound like there was too much room to do gigantic fills in there.
Yeah.
Just subtle fills, and just leave it to him.
Yeah, and the fills that you do put in at the end of each verse or chorus are perfect. Just little exclamation points, little flourishes, just to sort of add something.
Set it up. Yeah.
Well done. And I, again, you probably think I'm crazy with my story about that, but yeah, it's one of those things. But all right, we're going to move on to Journey, and I'm going to play probably to everybody watching a really obvious song. There's so many great songs you recorded during your time with Journey. And I'm going to play Wheel in the Sky because I've always loved this song. And again, I've always been a fan of the compositional aspect of this song, how you created this great drum part, start to finish. The groove that you play during the verses, straight eighth notes in the hi-hat, but really distinctive. And all right, here it comes. This is Journey, Wheel in the Sky. And was this the first record that Steve Perry had joined the band on?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought.
Winter is here again. Oh
tomorrow.
Man, what a great song. What a great song. I mean, when you hear these songs on the radio, Aynsley, you must feel proud of what you've done, right? I got to think some satisfaction there with the job well done.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's one of those things I just hear all these different bands playing all the time on different radios that it's great to hear the people love the songs. That's
Yeah.
more than anything,
Yeah. Yeah.
After putting all the energy into it, it's nice to have people enjoy it.
Absolutely. And Bob Sedlowski, who I mentioned earlier, had a great question. I'll just ask quickly, how often did Neil sort of tell you what to play, or did he ever recommend parts for you to play, or were you just given the freedom to create your own parts for
Yeah,
songs?
basically I was given the freedom to do what
Yeah.
I
Okay.
want to do. But then if there's anything that we were sort of sitting down wondering about, then of course everybody would chat about what we were doing, because there were some songs which were different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you play Kahootek? I think
And I,
it's good that
yeah,
you're doing this. It shows that this is live
that's right. Exactly.
from my drum room, from your drum room.
No, and I should have run these songs by you. I just was,
No, no,
I
not at
was,
all. I like the fact, I like everything ad lib.
all right, here we go. Kahootek. I don't know this song, so this is going to be fun. Man, Ainsley, how did I ever miss that song? I don't know, but thank you so much for suggesting it and letting us play that. Wow. I need a shower.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to play a couple of more songs, but I want to talk about that for 1 second and just remind everybody that you were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Journey. And no surprise there. What a track. And that was from the first record.
Right. That was Single Kick.
Yep. Single Kick. Wow. But sounds like more than a couple of tom-toms, 2 or 3, maybe some concert toms or a concert tom.
No, I think it's just I'm trying to think what I had back then.
Yeah.
But if it, again, if it was anything, it was just the right tom and two floor toms, but which seems to be my basic get together. And then then with Journey, because Neil liked to see more with training into the heavy metal band, even though it wasn't.
Yeah.
More drums makes it look more important.
Yeah, I understand the sort of aspect of the image of, yeah.
But when you can play the same on a couple of drums with all, even though it's different tonality with the massive toms, it's just a whole different way of playing.
Right. But that was something, man. That was I'm turned on to that song. Thank you.
There's a couple of others on that album you should listen to.
I absolutely will. Yeah. And I started to get into Journey probably around the second to last or last record that you did. And then, Steve joined after that. And, but I was listening to Journey certainly I guess it was Infinity was the last record you did, I think, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And that leads to the next band that you played with, Jefferson Starship, which had been Jefferson Airplane prior to that, of course. And, I just want to say, Aynsley, that I don't know where this fits into your, all the bands you've played with and all the artists. And I know you have, special remembrances and places for all these bands in your heart and soul. But I think what you played with this band is some of the greatest drumming. And I think what you did for this band musically, you put them on another level. I think you made them, they were like a hippie fun band in the 60s, and then you brought this musicianship and this level of playing that just raised the bar so high. So,
but thank you, Joe.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Great to hear that from you. Thank you.
Yeah. And I was just going to say, there are many people watching, I think, that agree, that have commented that this is some of your finest playing. I'm going to play Jane from Freedom at Point Zero. And again, this is one of those songs where I think you're going to tell me you're playing, a lot of these are single kick type patterns. You're not playing, it's amazing.
Do you look at Girl with the Hungry Eyes too? Can you pull that up?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Let me pull that up.
Do Jane first, and then you can find that one.
Great. All right. Good. Yeah. Let's play Jane in the meanwhile, and I'll find that one. All right. Here we go. This is Jane, Jefferson Starship, Aynsley Dunbar on drums. Amazing track. This part right here. Absolutely masterful, Aynsley. Wow. Man, that one part where as you get into the instrumental section where you do that single stroke roll and just, come up to a rest. Oh, man, that just floors me every time, man. Just, yeah. Anyway, so I've got the song. I've got Girl with the Hungry Eyes all queued up. Shall we play that?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's play that. All right, here we go. Same record, Freedom at Point Zero, Aynsley Dunbar on drums.
Circle the
Wow. Never heard that song.
You haven't?
I haven't heard that. What a great song. And now, was that Grace and Paul Kantner? It sounded like older sort of vocals from Jefferson Airplane days.
You know, that was what's his? Oh, God.
Or maybe it was Mickey. It didn't.
Mickey. Yeah,
It was Mickey singing. Okay. I mean,
but it could have been Grace singing with him at that point.
yeah, I think so.
But she didn't want to be in the band at that point either.
Yeah, there was a weird time, right, where she had sort of left for a bit and then came back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Ballon has left too. He didn't want to sing in the band.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we changed it. That's why I think it changed to Starship.
Right. I thought when Mickey joined the band, it just, I mean, I loved Marty Ballon's voice, but Mickey, what a singer, I mean, just incredible.
Yes. And, he did bring a new light to the band as well.
And you're playing as well. I mean, it got, I just think the music got, I don't want to say it wasn't interesting before, because it was interesting and experimental, but I guess the only way for me to explain it in my mind is the level of playing just came up to another level with you and the band. Just really.
I appreciate the thoughts, John. At that point, we were all blasting away and having a great time.
Yeah. I'm going to play another. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was going to play another song by Jefferson Starship, and I just want to read a quick comment from my friend Greg Sarney, who I think you know. Greg is an old friend. We grew up in the same town, Melrose, Massachusetts, here on the East Coast. And he said to me earlier today, ask Aynsley if he remembers the time being pelted by lemons by Eric Burdon. I think he said at the House of Blues in Boston. And I think Greg drove you to your hotel afterward or something. He's a local DJ, has a blues radio program.
Oh, okay.
My friend, you remember him.
Lemons?
He said Eric Burdon pelted you with lemons during his show, I guess.
Oh, well, that could happen. Eric.
Yeah.
All the times. If he's having a good time, he's supposed to having a good time.
Yeah. It didn't surprise me when he mentioned it. So
That's interesting. I'm going to have to check up with Eric on all that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, yeah. I'm guessing it really. Greg has a good memory, so it might have slipped your memory, but it sounds like it was an interesting little situation for you guys. So
yeah, well, every night's a special night when we're playing. We never know what's going on.
Right.
People I'd say one fan wrote to me or did something like he goes, "Oh yeah, you must remember me because I was on the fourth row at this town somewhere at a concert," and he goes, "And you waved to me," and I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm sorry, but I waved to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But discern one person if I don't really know you.
Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, now I remember you. You were that guy at the show.
Yeah. That's right. That's when you gave me the $20 for waving it. Yeah, I remember. I don't know, John. It's just so fun. So what else we got? What's
all right? I've got another song from Jefferson Starship. No surprise. From the next record, Modern Times, it's the song Find Your Way Back. I love this song. And even if you're sick of hearing it, Aynsley, I'm going to make you listen. I'm going to play it. I run the show. You're on my show. Them the rules, buddy.
I'm not sick of hearing it. In fact,
no, I wouldn't think
you're
you are.
Revitalizing my memory because I don't listen to my old tracks. I don't listen to half of these things.
I know. You told me that once.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
No, I remember us at a NAMM show talking about this, and you said, I asked you about something, and you said, I don't, and I understand that. I know many people in your position that don't, you're onto something else, and you're not going back and listening. But if I were you, I'd be really proud of this song because this is really some amazing drumming. So here we go.
Okay.
Find your way back. Wow. Those last 30 seconds, Aynsley, are like some of the most incredible drumming. I mean, amazing. Yeah. Just love that song. I just, yeah. What a sound you had too. Really open sounding. The toms were just so natural sounding, you know, just great. The snare. I want to show you a quick photo from that period. We were looking at this earlier. I can bring it back up here. Yeah, this is from the Starship. So you're using a wood snare in this photo. Was that the snare you used on that song? Do you recall, or was it a metal
Boy,
snare? Yeah, I know that's a tough question.
I didn't really use that many metal snares. I
Ah,
was
okay.
I was like wood.
Yeah.
I had Ludwig gave me one of their metal snares, one of the special models, and then I had it for about a few months, and then Bill came and took it away from me and gave it to another band to play for a few months, whatever, I don't know.
Oh,
But
wow.
it was one of their specialty snares. And, it sounded, the thing with the metal snare for me was it pinged too much.
Yeah. Yep.
I like the thick wood sound, you know.
Yeah. Yep. It's like it has you're right. It has a thing if you want that sort of honk,
Yeah.
like Bonham got from his snare drum, that's what you want to use. I just wanted to show this is a great photo. This is from a wonderful friend, the late beautiful Lissa Wales, took this photo, and her family, her estate, was kind enough to let me use it today for the show. And I want to say it's from 1981, probably ish. I think it said that.
Oh,
Yeah, it says 1981 on the top. Yes.
it
Yeah.
does. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's hard for you to pinpoint the year, but it's a great shot of you. And I want to thank Carlos Guzman and Mary Wales for letting me use this photo today. Look at that.
Yeah.
Handsome devil that you still are, Aynsley. Look at that, man.
Well, when I take the wig off, I look the way I am now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna excuse me. I'm gonna play one more song because it's getting late and I'm losing my voice. I so want to thank you for being here today and hanging with me. I have so many more things I want to ask you, but I'll have to wait till the next time. But these songs that we've just played, I'm guessing no click tracks on these, right? These were cut live.
Well, I'm trying to think about that. We did use click tracks, only for, but I'm not sure which ones.
I see. Okay. Yep.
Only for the sake of the producer,
Yeah. Yep.
And like all producers, they go, okay, we got to get the drums down. So we spend X amount of going over tracks to try and get the drums down where everybody else messes up. And by the 24th take, oh, we got the drums, everybody's got the song. Okay, now we're going to overdub the bass.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like, what the hell do we just do that for? So everybody learns the song for their parts. I'm drained of any expression. You know how it is.
Yeah. Well, like this next song I'm going to play, and it's the last song. And I wondered about this song because knowing how the process was, this was from the 80s. It's Whitesnake's "Here I Go Again." You played on this record, and this was a huge hit, as you know, big hit. And there's a great drum break in the middle of it. And I kind of wondered if the drum break, did you have to overdub that, or did you play that live during the take? Do you remember? Do you know the middle?
Don't think we ever overdubbed.
Okay. Yeah.
But let's hear it.
Okay, let's hear it. Yeah, I wondered if, and I only asked that question, Aynsley, from the standpoint of just, everything's back then, better than anybody how in excess things were. Like you'd go in the studio. You were telling me once that, they'd spend so much money making a record, and then they'd put the record out, it would sell 5 million copies, and no one would make anything because you had to recoup all the money back, and yeah. So I wondered if, if this was a case of that sort of situation, but look, we'll play the track. It's "Here I Go Again," Whitesnake, and again, the great Aynsley Dunbar on drums. You all know this song.
I don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. Hanging on the promises and songs of yesterday, and I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. keep searching for an answer. Never seem to find what I'm looking for. Lord, I pray you give me strength to carry on. 'Cause I know what it means to walk along the lonely street of dreams. And here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. And I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. I'm just another heart in need of rescue, waiting on love's sweet charity. And I'm gonna hold on for the rest of my days, 'cause I know what it means to walk along the lonely street of dreams. And here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. And I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. But here I go again. Here I go again. Here I go again. Here I go. Cause I know what it means to walk along the lonely street of dreams. And here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. And I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. And here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. 'Cause I know what it means to walk along the lonely street of dreams. And here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known.
Man, another masterful track.
Well, you should have played Still of the Night too.
Someone asked if that should we can play that if you want.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? All right, see? There I was thinking you were ready to go. All right, Still of the
No, I'm
Night.
just going to drink my glass of gin and water. No, actually, it's just water.
All right, here we go. Still of the Night. Yeah. Another big one.
In the still of the night, I hear the wolf owl honey sniffing around your door. In the still of the night, I feel my heart beating heavy, telling me you gotta have more. In the shadow of night, I see the full moon rise, telling me what's in store. My heart started aching, my body started shaking, and I can't take no more. No, no, no. taste your love so sweet, and I just wanna make love to you, feel your body heat in the still of the night. In the still of the night. Over here, baby.
Man, what an epic song. You know, I had that on my list, but I wasn't sure if we'd have time, but we can always make time.
That's
So
true.
thank you. Thank you for, I mean, I have all the time in the world, and I so appreciate you staying so long today, Aynsley, and doing this. Thank you.
You're more than welcome, John. I was enjoying it too.
Oh, good, good. I'm glad you suggested that. You know, it got a great response. Everybody, you know, is going, yeah, man, the song
Yeah,
rocks.
then there's one other from there too, but I can't remember which one it was. And I've been looking secretly, you know, songs.
Well, Is This Love was another,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
that's sort of a gentle one. I'm thinking
that's a ballad.
more,
Yeah, yeah. I remember that being another
is
big
it
hit for
Crying
me.
in the Rain?
Yes, Crying in the Rain.
There's another one.
Yeah. Do you want to play that?
Yeah, why not?
Let's play it. All right. All right.
I'm trying to find, it's all coming back, but I still need little prompts.
I understand. Yeah. Yeah. You've recorded a lot of songs over the years, and you do a great job of keeping it all straight. So yeah, let's play Crying in the Rain, and then we'll thank everybody for watching and listening and wrap it up. Here it
Okay.
comes. So this is the later version with Aynsley on drums.
A black cat mourns when he's burning with the fever. A stray dog howls when he's lonely in the night. A woman go crazy with the thoughts of retribution. Did a man start weeping when he's singing tiny life? I keep on dreaming dreams of tomorrow. Feel I'm wasting my time, lighting candles in the wind. Always taking my chances on the promise of the future. That a heart full of sorrow makes a lonely tapestry. The sun is shining. Ooh, that it's raining in my heart. No one understands the heartache. No one feels the pain. No one ever sees the tears when you're crying in the rain. When you're crying in the rain. Crying in the rain. I can never deny all the sweet things I've tasted. Though I've been mistreated, I keep coming back for more, more, more. I know where I'm going. There's no hope for absolution. I can't seem to separate the good times from the bad. The sun is shining. Ooh, baby, it's still raining in my heart, in my heart. No one understands the heartache. No one feels the pain. No one ever sees the tears when you're crying in the rain. 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 No, no, no. No one understands the heartache. No one feels the pain. No one ever sees the tears when you're crying in the rain. 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 Crying in the
Man, I like that version better.
Well, I was wondering, I don't remember the beginning of the previous one, and I was wondering at that point, but was that put on the new album? I don't know. Maybe they added it. You
Yeah.
know?
Someone commented it was an earlier version. It was Ian Pace on drums.
Yeah.
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 The drums did sound a little left-handed to me in certain spots.
Yeah. Well, are you left-handed, John?
I am. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm cursed with that. That left-handed curse. Oh man. Aynsley, this has been so fun. I thank you so much for today. We played even more music than I'd planned, and I was thinking I was pushing it as it was with some of the songs that I had. So thank you.
It's always enjoyable, John. And we
Thank
should
you.
chat about maybe doing the more obscure people that I played with,
Yes.
because there's some great music there too.
Okay. Well, we'll do that. Let's, I mean, and
But
sooner
we'll
than
plan
later.
it so that, we look at the songs and we go through a few things.
Yeah. Rather than me looking for them during the show and playing the wrong ones.
Well, that's only because I've just brought that up. You would have just gone through the show with the songs you got arranged,
Yeah.
which would have been just as good. But it's always nice to bring something a little different.
I agree. Yeah, I
Shows the
agree.
art of the band as well,
Yeah, yeah, and I love the songs that you suggested and we picked because, I was kind of going. I tend to go for the safe ones and the sort of obvious ones, and I'm glad you suggested some not so
More
much obscure but
advanced.
different. Yeah. So I'm sorry, somewhat
More advanced,
more
a little bit
advanced.
more
Yeah,
advanced than the what everybody plays.
yeah. These were great.
You can hear that. You can hear those on the radio all the time. It's the ones that are, sort of set back that aren't the hit wonders, but
Right.
that's good music.
Absolutely. And we will do another show where I'll take your lead on some obscure songs and bands, and we'll play them. People will love it. We'll love it.
Because we have a few things like Lou Reed and
Yeah.
a few other people that I've done albums with that have been, not hits, but they're all special music.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Great songs. All right.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
good.
there you go, John. But are we going to talk? You want me to hang on?
Yeah. If you could hang on one second, and we'll say goodbye to everybody. You know the drill, Aynsley. I appreciate that. Thanks for watching, everybody. A gigantic hand from my dear, dear friend and legendary drummer, Aynsley Dunbar. Thank you, Aynsley, for spending so much time.
And thanks everybody for hanging out. If you're hanging out, I appreciate
Yeah.
that too.
All
Thanks,
right.
John.
Thanks. Hang on one second. Everybody, we'll see you soon, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. All right, that's my show. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, leave a comment, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can also download the podcast on all podcast platforms. A reminder that Live from My Drum Room t-shirts and hoodies are available, and 100% of the proceeds go toward a scholarship I've created with the Percussive Arts Society. Information on ordering Live from My Drum Room merch is in the show notes, and you can also email or text me with any questions at livefrommydrumroom@gmail.com. Thanks to everyone who's bought a t-shirt and a hoodie so far. You're supporting a great cause, and I really appreciate it. And remember, no drummers are harmed on any show. And drummers, when in doubt, leave it out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon.